back at Box Office Buddies here. And look who's back with me. Sergi. You know what that must mean. Another Rock movie. Yeah, so he's back too. We checked out Rampage.
Very original.
Yeah. The Rock, not always original in what he does. You know, he does do a lot of cliche things. But somehow he always surpasses my expectations. We've talked about this. Central Intelligence was way better than I was expecting. Jumanji blew me away. And now here we are, Rampage. And the streak is broken.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Oh my goodness. I saw this preview a while ago. I said, this looks awful. What did you think overall? I mean, you didn't like it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there was a lot missing. And his typical Rock one-liners, just not what they used to be in other movies, I find. It's just lacking a little bit. Yeah, I didn't find it entertaining. I don't know. It was just, the whole movie was just kind of blah. It just kept me wanting a bit more, to see a bit more. So, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
Honestly, we can look at some positives. The visuals were pretty good.
Visuals were good.
You know, like basically you have these giant. They're monsters. They're just like larger, more fast, strong, aggressive animals. So you have the gorilla, crocodile, and the wolf.
Yeah.
They were well done.
Yeah.
And you know, you have all this destruction going on. The destruction looked real. It was there's actually some cool things that happened with the destruction. I was like, oh yeah, that was cool. That was fun to watch. And I could never hate on The Rock. He was solid, you know, and he did well. But we've talked about this before, where he seems to make everyone else shine somehow just because he's on screen with them, not with this one.
I find because maybe there wasn't enough chemistry between the characters. I found that was maybe what was lacking a bit for him to really make them stand out.
Exactly. No chemistry between him and any of the other actors.
No. Except the gorilla.
Exactly. Him and George.
He does bring out the best of George.
His buddy George.
Yeah.
How many times does he say that in the movie? Where's my friend George?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there was a lot of illogical stuff that happens in the movie. You know, a lot of illogical scenes where it's like, okay, you know, I know it's Hollywood, it's a movie, it's not supposed to make sense sometimes, but that was just like way overboard at times.
We can't have a half-hour-long review, so we can't get into every single continuity errors, like just like
illogical stuff,
logical flaws. It's just whatever it is. No, it did not work on that level at all. Which is fine if you're gonna make just a fun popcorn flick that's stupid, but the feeling it was taking itself seriously to really get into it on the level of having fun, like it did for a monster movie. And then you've got the other actors, like I said, none of them bad. Naomi Harris, she was fine, but like nothing special, nothing exciting to watch. Malin Ackerman. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, also known as the savior of The Walking Dead.
He was actually pretty good. I did kind of enjoy his character. He had an interesting,
in this, you mean?
Sorry.
Definitely.
It was funny.
The most interesting character of all. The script, terrible. You mentioned the one-liners. I love me a stupid movie with just some really bad / good one-liners that make you like shake your head at how like cheesy they are or whatever. But this was just bad. Like there was one thing that happens. They make a new discovery and something terrible is happening. And his response, The Rock says, "Well, that sucks." It's like, really? Like, you couldn't have come up with anything better than, "Well, that sucks"? And a lot of times they put in some one-liners where they had no business being in there. It was just the biggest issue I had with this movie. I think this is what hurts it the most. And it's not even necessarily a flaw with the movie, but the person I think who is to blame the most for this going wrong is the editor of the previews. Whoever made the previews and TV spots for Rampage messed up hard. Some people hate, IRS workers, like DMV, cops. A lot of people hate cops. The job I hate the most is people who edit previews, because they ruin the movie so often. And this is the best example of a movie getting ruined by the previews. You said it dragged on.
Yeah.
Because you know what's happening. The whole time you know there's going to be a big battle in the city with it. And you only get that, an hour and 15 minutes into the movie?
Okay, granted.
Why did they show that? That should have been a surprise. Like, all these things that they show in the preview, I knew exactly what was going to happen the entire movie, just because I had seen not even a full preview, a TV spot can tell you what happened in that movie. And it absolutely ruined it, because you go in knowing exactly what's going to happen the whole time.
Yeah, but I find with a movie like that, though, it's because you kind of know what's going to happen even before you go in. There's no really room for surprises. I don't think the preview overhyped it. Yeah, maybe it made you...
The preview should have underhyped it. The preview should have just shown The Rock and George's relationship, and he gets poisoned or whatever, and oh no, what's going on with him, what's wrong with him. And then maybe show him get huge, and you'd be like, oh, okay. Where they went wrong was showing they show all the monsters, so you know exactly what's coming, what to expect. How cool would it have been if you had this giant crocodile that you didn't see coming until an hour in? That would have been, at least you would have been on a ride, but since you already knew what the ride was the whole time, it killed it for me. And I avoid previews like the plague, but this one I couldn't, because it's all over on TV. You see everything in 20 seconds. I thought that was its biggest mistake, its biggest flaw. And then because it had nothing else to offer in the actual movie, this was as bad as it gets for spoilers, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to even remember the preview. I can't remember it. Just the whole movie is like a blur of it. It's just...
Save yourself $15 and watch it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And watch it or not watch it?
The preview.
Oh, the preview, sorry.
Watch the preview, and then you've seen the movie, you can save yourself $15. Or if you're really into those monster movies, like a lot of people do like that sort of stuff.
They watch Pacific Rim. Yeah, not the best movie.
Yeah.
Not the best movie.
Speaking of not the best, Marvel. Marvel's pretty much the worst. Matrix is the best. So on a scale of Marvel to Matrix, where would you put this?
On a scale of Marvel to Matrix, I'd say maybe comparable. I'd go Godzilla, the most recent one with Bryan Cranston.
Okay.
Because they're kind of similar. Just, you got monsters fighting each other in a big city, destroying the whole city. Visuals are pretty good, effects are pretty good, but it just leaves you kind of blah at the end. Just indifferent.
Yeah. I would put it somewhere similar to Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2.
Oh, yeah.
If you feel like I saved you money, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video and comment. Let me know what your favorite monster movie is. Thanks for doing it.
Anytime.
I'm sorry this one wasn't as pleasant an experience as the last few, but
what's next? Skyscraper.
Oh boy, that's another one. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be doing that with you too. Take care.